Welcome everyone to Side Draft. I'm Adam, this is Emily and Steve, and today we asked you a question on Twitter like about a week ago about what was the weirdest experience that you've had at a racetrack, and in this video we're going to be reading some of your replies. Some are really funny.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen at the track, so let's find out.
So let's jump into it. Brad Anderson, having no idea who Richard Petty was other than the guy from the Goodies Powder commercial, and running up to him and sitting on his lap. I was maybe 6 at the time. So imagine just sitting on the king's lap.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a Hall of Famer. You know, you go sit on his lap, you just don't know who he is. He did add a little bit to that down at the bottom there.
Oh yeah, he did. And ironically, at that time, Kyle Petty was my favorite driver because of the mellow yellow paint scheme. That kind of shows you how the products and sponsors work, and especially in kids. Like mellow yellow, like favorite drink. That's why I like this driver.
Especially the mellow yellow. That's Mountain Dew. Mellow yellow was a really nice looking car. I knew that he was a big fan of Kyle Petty, then just go jump on Richard's lap and don't know he's Richard Petty. So that's pretty neat.
So that's all of you watching. That's something that you probably never done, is sat on Richard Petty's lap. Watch out, Richard Petty. We're coming for you.
He's the new Santa Claus.
So Julia says, my aunt and I got cup garage passes at the Fall Dover race last season and spent about 2 hours in the garage. Didn't see a single driver. While going over the bridge to get out of the infield, we rapid fire ran into Cole Custer and Chase Briscoe, and here's some selfies to show that they did actually meet them. So
yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. I mean, you get garage passes and you go in there and you're looking for drivers, and it's like, hunting for deer. You can't find nothing, and then you just like walk out of the track and there they are. So it's kind of like Martinsville when me and Adam was in the infield.
Yeah, because I couldn't go.
And you were too young to get in there, so and your mama was out there just
and met Daniel
talking
Hemric.
to Daniel Hemric and Jordan Anderson and whoever else come out of the
yeah, we just sat at the go-karts.
we was in the gold mine and couldn't find anything, and then people just standing out at the door. Oh, here's some diamonds.
Yeah, it's like we know what it's like to be like that.
It is cool.
I never get to meet the driver I want to meet when I go to the racetrack. And that's Chase.
Okay, A. Hurst. This is my mom, by the way. My favorite memory of mine is leaving the infield at North Wilkesboro Speedway and turning around and seeing my favorite driver of all time, Davey Allison, driving up in his Ford truck. Stopped and talked, and I got some pictures. Most humble driver I've ever met. And yeah, North Wilkesboro.
Yep.
Keeps coming up on this show.
Yep, they always went to that track. They lived pretty close to there, and they was all big Davey Allison fans.
Yeah, Davey Allison to her was like Blaney to me.
And Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got to meet him, and I never got to go to Wilkesboro either. So once we met each other, that's when they done shut down. So that's just part of the story.
Judson O'Neill says, I was at the new Smyrna ARCA race, and my brother said to me, hey, that guy over there looks like Ryan Blaney. And sure enough, it was. I went up to say hey next to him and talked to him for like 20 minutes, and then Corey LaJoy came too. It was awesome. And
so they both are good people, good drivers.
So I guess he was Blaney looking, right?
Yeah. If you don't know where Blaney looking came from, that was from the very first episode this season. So another awesome Blaney looking. Looks like Blaney. And
just look at Blaney.
Yep, that's Blaney looking to me.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty neat, go to a racetrack, non-NASCAR, and just see some of the drivers. I mean, you never know, because a lot of them go like to Hickory, and a lot of times they go to the little small tracks. And
we both met Blaney and Corey.
Yeah.
They're both pretty cool people.
Yep, gave our mom a water bottle one time.
Corey did not want
just
it.
randomly. Yeah, Corey LaJoy said, hey, you look like you need a water bottle. Here's a water bottle. So
And he didn't offer us any, so.
I know.
Yeah.
He thought she needed some water, and she kept it, and it's still in the little
Yeah,
case here now.
we're not allowed to touch it.
No matter how much we're thirsty, and we can die of thirst, but just got the water bottles.
So Heather says my son got picked to be on the red carpet at the Coke 600 last year. We were sitting on the infield waiting for driver intros. We wanted a good spot when two people came up from Circle K and offered for him to be on the red carpet for the drivers meeting. And there he is on the red carpet.
Wow.
Looks like he got a lot of signatures on his hat too. So someone had a really good day at the Coke 600.
Somebody's a fan for life now. I mean,
Yes.
this is an experience of a lifetime to really get on the red carpet and then get to allow them to the drivers meeting and all that. So, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, NASCAR and like all the tracks and stuff, they do a great job of involving all the kids and creating fans for life just like that. So they do an amazing job there.
And families just creating memories. That's the key thing of NASCAR.
Yep. The heart of NASCAR. So Carter says, my dad told me a story of when he went off the backstretch at our home track, avoiding a wreck. He hit the guard wire holding the lights. It wrapped around his right front axle and the cable broke and the lights came crashing down. He finished the race.
Good job. Good job.
That's a racer. That's a really...
Never give up.
That's a never give up sermon right there. Pretty awesome. And that's like what we were looking for. These really unusual things that happen at these short tracks. And there's just really awesome racing stories.
Yeah, it's like, he's racing, something odd happens, and he still finishes the race. I mean, those like that just stick in your mind forever.
Okay, so Rob says meeting Alan Bestwick as he was sitting in the stands at Pocono. So that's a common theme so far. A lot of people meeting, drivers just sitting in the stands, and in this case, broadcaster in Alan Bestwick. It'd be cool to meet him one day.
Yeah, I really miss Al Bestwick up in the booth and getting, his insight on a lot of things, and it'd be pretty interesting to sit down and talk to him.
So TJ says, me and my dad had pit passes at Dover, and we ran into Larry Mack on pit road. We also were able to get into the driver's meeting and sat in front of Martin Truex.
Wow.
So he had an eventful day.
Yeah.
So just casually meeting Larry McReynolds, and then Martin Truex.
Martin Truex. I mean, sit in the driver's meeting right there at Martin Truex and talking to Larry Mack. I mean, he got all kinds of stories to tell, really.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of was at Martinsville when we ran into Bobby Labonte and Ricky Craven, and you got to talk to him for a little bit. So.
And people, I don't know how long, but people thought you looked like Ricky Craven.
Yeah, a lot of times people thought I look like Ricky Craven. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Ricky Craven's on our show. Welcome, welcome, Ricky Craven.
I still don't see it though.
Yeah, so definitely if you are able to get some pit passes, whenever fans are allowed again, get some pit passes. Go meet some drivers. You could meet, anywhere from celebrities to legends of the sport, and you're probably most definitely gonna meet an active driver, no matter if that's truck, Xfinity, or Cup, and even some of the ARCA drivers. So experience of the lifetime right there.
Which when I can go back to the track, I'm going to try to meet Chase.
I'm going to do my best to put the puzzle together since there's multiple tweets. But cool story here. Okay, Becky says, I was at Bristol during the race and had garage passes. I'm crazy when it comes to autographs, so I see Jeff Gordon and I'm running like crazy, like a crazy person to get his autograph. And so as I'm running, I fall down. A guy helps me up off the ground. And
Who is it?
And the guy that helped me off the ground was none other than Jeff Gordon. I was in complete shock that Jeff helped me off the floor. So you dream of meeting, one of your favorite drivers. Imagine that driver picking you up off the floor.
That happens to me when I meet Chase.
Yeah, talk about first impressions right there. but yeah, it's good that he helped her up. I mean, he could just walk right by, but
he wasn't
he's a nice guy.
A mean person and just you fell. Bye.
I mean, imagine. That's something. That's another thing a lot of people can't say. Jeff Gordon helped me off the floor, or I sat in Richard Petty's lap. So
Yeah, some very unique stories here.
very cool, unusual stories.
I hope you're okay.
Yeah, hope you're okay, by the way.
That made the fall a lot better. So.
And then another one. She also says, one of the best experiences I had was because I know Daniel Hemric personally, and my big support of Hemric got the attention of different people at RCR, so I had hot passes, and an RCR guy knew who I was. And in August, they allowed me for the second part of the race to sit on top of Daniel's pit box. And I got to meet his mom and saw for the second part of the race from his pit box, I was told to get down by someone who was telling people to switch, and his mom told him that me and my dad weren't leaving. Yeah, so we've never got to sit on anyone's pit box and watch a race, but I bet that is the best place to watch a race.
Yeah, I think Daniel Hemric's probably one of the best drivers out there for doing this. I mean, whether you know him personally or not, I mean, he's just a genuine guy. We've ran into him a few times and got to talk, and I mean, it's really good. I mean, you can see it comes right from his parents. Like, no, they're not leaving. I mean, it's good that they stood up for them here and got to finish watching the race on the pit box. I mean, that's a cool experience.
Yeah, sometimes those track officials don't want you to have fun.
No, they just like, man, they bosses. Like, they ought to equip them with like whips or something. It's like,
get back to your seat.
Well, one time we was sitting in the stands, and our mom and uncle have heart conditions, so we had to wait a little bit, and one of them was trying to kick us out.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of our weird experiences at the track.
Oh, I have lots of them.
Well, I know that one time was sitting in qualifying, and some guy was petting our uncle's coat.
Yeah, I mean, he had his coat laid right there over the seat right there, and the guy just turns around and starts rubbing it. And I'm like, what's this guy doing? I mean, the coat's not going to bite. I mean, it's not going to jump out at you.
I like your dog.
It's so fluffy.
Well, one of my best times was our first time at the GoPro. And they threw frisbees, and I caught Blaney's, and I didn't know who he was. I'm sorry, Blaney.
But I knew who he was.
And then I got to meet him, and then here I am, a Blaney fan.
Yeah, that's how you became a Blaney fan.
Still had the frisbee in your room.
It's hanging up.
We've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Like the guy climbed the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a lot funner than the race, just watching them trying to get the guy down from the fence. Like, sir, get down. And like just trying to grab him down. I was honestly watching that for about 20 laps or so.
Yeah, because at Charlotte sometimes it just gets spread out, and the leader just runs off with it. And
I think that was in 2018. That was where Kyle Busch was just
dominating.
And that was the first time our cousin went to a race.
And the guy climbs the fence. So her first experiences have these weird things happen every time.
Yeah.
No matter if it's the first time at a restaurant or first time at a track, weird things happen. So if you want a weird thing to happen to you, just bring her with you. So yeah, that's really enjoyed this video. Had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of cool stories, from really cool experiences to wrecking a car and it finishes the race, to sitting on Richard Petty's lap. A lot of cool things, and I want to keep this series going and just asking different stories every time. And so, what story do you think that they should comment down below?
Just tell us your very first experience at a racetrack.
Yeah, very first experience. Just a story from.
I don't remember mine.
A story from your first experience at a racetrack. Let us know down in the comments below. But click subscribe and like if you want to see more from us. This video here is reading your comments, where we read a lot of weird and just some were just stupid. Like a potato chip commented on that, so that's how wacky that is. This is one that YouTube suggests that you would like. And also don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Side Draft.